Hi, I'm back with the Long Island International Film Expo, and I am here with Eli Cantor and Gerald Hinch from the film
Double take.
Double Take. And so tell me about your film.
So the short film called Double Take. That's the name of the film. It's about two kids who get in the wrong Uber, and their night spirals out of control from there. So that's the premise. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a classic, and I think that you probably have a very fresh take on it. Yeah.
Yes. It's actually based on a true story. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, True Story was like the initial starter of just getting in the wrong Uber. From there, it kind of goes into a different direction, a kind of a twisty direction. Yeah, it's a lot of suspense, a lot of, the original idea, it was just like just in a chaotic amalgamation of a bunch of things that we kind of.
So this actually happened to you.
Well, okay. So here's how we got the idea.
Yes.
So I was in an Uber once. I'd ordered an Uber, and I'm waiting for a friend who's upstairs, and he said he couldn't come down right this minute because he had a bloody nose. So the film actually starts with that exact moment where a friend is like, "Come on, our Uber's going to be here any second. Where are you?" And he's upstairs tending to his bloody nose. And so that's kind of how we got the premise going. And there's a point in the short film where his blood like spills in the car, and the Uber driver is like super scary. And so that's kind of how I got the idea. Yeah.
Right. So now, full disclosure, I have met Gerald before, and we actually worked on the last season of Dexter together, oddly enough. Did this happen in Boston by any chance? Or?
It did.
Yes.
Yeah, so we just graduated from BU. So the inspiration happened in Boston. We shot it in all over Boston, pretty much. So.
And
yeah.
Boston is such a scenic town. I mean, people in Boston, we call it a town. It is very much a city, but it has such an amazing mixture of historic spots and seedy spots and very modern spots and artistic spots that it is a beautiful place to set a film. What are some of your favorite locations you used in the film?
Well, I'll say this. So we shot kind of in and around Boston. We actually ended up going to Linfield to shoot some of the movie where Gerald's originally from because it's much quieter with less cars because we were shooting this movie. It takes place in a moving car at night.
Yeah.
So in order to kind of capture that authentically, we had to actually, be in a moving car at night. So we couldn't really do that in the heart of Boston where, it's a busy city, there's cars everywhere. So we went somewhere a little quieter to get the job done. So, yeah.
And most of the movie takes place like inside the car, so it's a very confined movie, and you don't get a lot of the Boston city, but it's that's kind of the feeling, is that like claustrophobic kind of feeling.
Right, like the feeling is kind of like it could happen anywhere. Is kind of what we were going for too, and there's just a lot of close-ups to kind of keep us really close with the characters. Ironically, almost like it's like Boston kind of, it almost like fades out, and it almost could happen in any city. Is kind of what we're going for, just keeping it short and sweet.
And it is very relatable. I think most people have that night that went wrong very often in their early 20s. Very often in their early 20s. Some of us have more than one night that's gone wrong in their early 20s. But
yeah.
So congratulations on your film.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us here at the Long Island International Film Expo.
Thanks.